This series was co-produced by the Felight and Keybind systems, and was created to teach and inform others about tulpas based on our own experiences and convictions. We adhere to a realistic, logical, and ethical approach to the subject of tulpas and the various topics surrounding them. For more information and resources, look in the description. What is a tulpa? A tulpa is a mental companion that you willingly create through your own thoughts. Tulpas are sentient, with their own emotions, opinions, etc. They function independently of the original, or host, and are their own people. They are formed by consistent thought accumulating over time into a new neurological entity, an intentionally created human consciousness within your own brain that exists alongside your own. Tulpas are not imaginary friends or characters. They have their own individual wants and needs, their own identities, and go through their own trials and tribulations through life, growing into someone as nuanced and complex as any other individual. They have the potential to grow to be as strong as the host is mentally, becoming their equal. Tulpas are not to be taken flippantly or lightly. They are a big decision and a lifelong commitment. You are deciding to create another human being in your own head to share your life with. Like having a child, a tulpa will take a lot of love and attention for years to come. You should not pursue tulpa creation if you are not willing to stick with them. You should read all you can about tulpas and think about the subject thoroughly, weighing the implications and discerning whether or not you think you can make a commitment like that. Because tulpas are such a big decision, it is strongly recommended that you wait until you are at least 16 years old to pursue it, preferably older. You should not make tulpas if you are younger than that, as it is easy to make poor decisions that hurt you or your tulpas at that age. Tulpas are people, like anybody else, and should most certainly be treated that way. Through time and attention, your tulpa will grow into someone truly beautiful to live with you throughout your life, if you are willing to commit to them. There will most definitely be bumps along the way, but that's life, and it all comes together to form an exciting and fulfilling ride. If you follow the tips and advice in this series, you will be able to find your own path and begin your own tulpa journey and all that it has in store. This series will cover the basics of tulpa creation and how best to approach the subject with the right mindset. You will learn about ethics-centered ideals on planning and forcing your tulpa. We will lay out tips and advice on focusing on and interacting with your tulpa, and being able to heal and feel their thoughts and responses. You will learn what to expect once they become sentient, and how to aid them in achieving vocality, or the ability to speak. In addition, we will address various misconceptions that are spread throughout the community about tulpas and their capabilities. We will address various fears and concerns people have towards tulpas. We will explain possession and how best to approach it, as well as other subjects along the way, all with the intent of providing you with the information and resources you need to make your tulpa journey as fulfilling and manageable as possible. Disclaimer: this series will contain opinions and personal bias. You may very well hear claims that you disagree with here, as we tend to not concur with big misconceptions that are perpetuated by others in the community, such as thinking that wonderlands are magical, or that it's okay to have big systems. It is best for newer hosts to absorb as much information from as many viewpoints as possible, in order to learn all they can to help form their own experiences. We hope to compile as much useful and accurate information as possible into this series, but we do not think that new hosts should stop here in doing their research on the subject. This episode was written by Apollo Felight and was voiced and edited by Blair Keybind. Thank you for listening.